Gotta mess up the whole
Covered
thing. You
by
gotta fix your hair too.
Yes, I do.
Get a haircut, will you?
No.
And real job.
Yeah.
George Thorogood. Get a haircut and get a real job.
One bourbon,
Same
one
dude,
scotch,
different song.
one beer.
Delaware Destroyers. You guys local.
Yeah,
You know the Hooters just played in Elmer?
I like the Hooters.
They just played in Elmer.
I like going to Hooters, and I like the Hooters.
I would have went to the concert with you, but I had to go to Fish.
No, I like the Hooters. All you zombies, show
In
your
your
face.
faces.
That's there.
All you people
in the streets.
All you
Day
sitting
by
in
day.
high places.
Yeah, but they had that was their biggest hit.
The rain's
Day by
gonna fall
day.
on you.
The rain's gonna fall on you. Do
Yeah, now we're going to get demonetized because we just sang a song on here.
No
right?
way, dude. They're not picking that up.
That's more a Twitch thing.
There's no way.
Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry.
Mm-mm.
I guess we're not on Lounge TV anymore.
We are. I'm Joe. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready.
I'm Tom.
We're doing a Keepin It Real. We haven't done one for a while.
Hey.
Have we done one on the channel?
Yes.
Yeah, at some point.
Which one did we do?
Like 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, we have?
My dude.
Sorry, I came to work late
We've done
today.
plenty
I know
of
we
them.
talked about doing them. I didn't know we did one.
Yes, we've done several of them.
Did we ever?
Joe didn't do it though. Me and you did one.
No, Joe usually doesn't tend to be in these.
No, wasn't I saying Joe?
Should I leave? Tell me I feel awkward not being here.
No,
I'm
this.
saying in
Tonight's
past-
video is about being awkward in
This
No.
video is about not letting people justify their context.
I think that this is an excellent
or
topic.
finish your statements.
I think this is an excellent topic. It's about interrupting people. No, it's about talking behind people's back, and I think that this affects everybody, especially like Joe. It affected him recently because we were talking behind his back, and he was hurt by it. So he came and discussed it, and we told him. Basically, we were only saying the things behind his back that we say to his face.
True.
But, it does bother you knowing that somebody's talking about you behind your back, and we get
didn't
it.
think that what you guys were saying is something you would say to my face, but then Kevin proved me wrong because he was.
I don't know, Joe. If I talk behind somebody's back, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I mean, come on, it's not.
See what he's doing? He's talking behind.
Yeah,
my back.
yeah, it's funny, Tom.
That was full of jokes. That was a good joke. Give him props. He even snuck behind there. I couldn't fit right there.
I should have pulled my tongue and squished
He
it.
got him
back
stuck.
there.
We both got
Forgive me for trying to make a
Tom,
funny.
Tom, do that joke again.
Yeah, let's see. Let's try
You
it.
do the joke
Let's
this
run,
time.
let's run it back.
Go ahead, do that again.
Run it back.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't go back that far,
Nah.
though, does it?
Well, and you don't have time. It takes
And more
forever.
slide forward.
Yeah, he would be.
He'd be.
I'd be standing there and nothing would happen.
He'd be in East Constantinople.
This chair really goes back far.
East Constantinople.
Extra lounge.
I'll be
TV.
back up where. Anyway.
In 45 minutes, he'll be back.
But it does, it takes sometimes for people to bring it up, for you to realize that, what you're doing is wrong. When you're talking behind. But I
so
do-
there's two sides of the
Go ahead.
coin, right? There's two sides of this coin.
Mhm.
There's talking behind people's back, and then there's
Gossip.
having a conversation about your friend while they're not there. I think they're two different things. I think what you guys are doing
Right.
is having a conversation about me while I wasn't there, not talking behind my back.
Right.
I feel like that there's people that don't like certain people. Like maybe when I'm talking about Weber,
Right.
I might be talking about his back behind his back more than what you guys are.
I agree with you 100%.
And I'm just being honest, guys. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that that's more of what I did to him
Right. And
than what you were doing.
I agree 100%. There's times where, where I think it's wrong personally, and you guys could have different opinions. That's fine. But I feel like if you're pretending to somebody's face that you like them, and then you go behind their back and you say all this mean stuff
That's
about
not
them.
what I was doing.
No, I'm just saying that that's what I consider talking about somebody's behind
I
their
agree.
back.
I agree.
But when you're reflecting on some kind of situation that just like, in other words,
Like for
that-
me, let's use that as an example because it's most recent
right,
and it's relevant.
right, something happened, so we were discussing it.
You and Kevin, who are both my friends,
Right,
and Weber
discussing.
friend, discussing the situation without us being there.
Right, exactly, and saying, because I a lot of times
Talking behind my back.
a lot of times, yeah, right, because you're not there. But we're trying to figure out, did I see that the wrong way, or did you feel the same way in that situation? Finding out, was Joe overreacting? is Joe coming down hard on? Because this is what the whole thing was. Was Joe coming down hard on Weber, or is Weber really instigating? You know what I mean? Like that. This is what.
Right, it wasn't,
we were
it
talking
wasn't saying
about.
that Joe's such an ass, he does this all the
Right.
time, he shouldn't do this all the time. It's more like, hey, like, are you seeing this the same way that I'm seeing this? And I feel like that it's something that we need to talk about
Right.
and kind of get figured out. Like, you were just kind of getting, I don't want to say ammunition, just getting, not evidence either, that's not the right word. You were just getting some perspective.
Right.
That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah. And that's
You
the
were
thing.
looking for it.
I do this all the time, and I do it because sometimes I want to make sure that I'm not seeing something differently just through my eyes, and maybe
You get tunnel vision.
right, exactly, and
Perspective.
it's like, Joe did such and such. Did he do that on purpose, or do you think that he, is there a reason why Joe did that? I'm just using you as an
No,
example.
I understand what you're doing.
Or same thing with Weber or anybody else that does something. But I guess it is a fine line between, are you talking behind their back or not? Somebody's going to look at it like,
So I think that it's a fine line, but I think it also goes by who's saying it, right?
Right.
So I feel like if it's you and Kevin talking about me, I'm going to take it different than if it was you and Weber talking about me. No offense to Weber, but I just don't know him as well as I do you and Kevin.
Right.
Or even you and Tom, or anybody. You have even Jeff, and I know Jeff pretty well, but I don't know him that. Like I'm closer with you and Tom.
Right.
If you and Tom were talking about me more, and then you and Jeff, maybe I would take it differently.
Right.
But I think that. Go ahead, Tom.
Sorry. There's also like a tone sort of thing that also matters. Like it's a bit
Agreed.
different. Like if you're talking about something like just to use you as the example again, Joe.
No,
just
it's
like,
cool. I get it.
Like if I asked that, like, hey, did you notice that like thing with Joe? But like the difference between that and like
I
hey,
did.
Joe,
What was that about?
I kind of like that almost, but
That's
more
just
like
you had this conversation
yeah,
right?
see that Joe did that? What's his problem? Like
Right, no,
there's a difference in
tone-
tone between the two things.
Tone,
One,
yeah.
like if there's a concern bit to one, whereas the other one is actually just like
Belittle them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there is that line. Like, are you? Am I asking these questions to get information to better understand the situation, or am I just trying to put the dude down?
Right.
That's the difference, I think. And I
Right.
think, and it's not a fine line. I mean, it's pretty clear cut. Your intentions are your intentions. You know what
Right.
your intentions are, and you're doing it.
Right.
Like, you know
Right.
what you're doing when you're doing it.
Right. And the thing is like, I noticed since our conversation, like I take notice now in conversations that are going on without that I'm not a part of, and I notice that everybody does it.
Oh, for sure.
I have not seen one person that hasn't done it yet. That they're inevitably somebody's talking about somebody else, and they're not there.
Right.
I see it constantly all the time. So I think a lot of people. I think a lot of because I've seen it.
Yeah, but if you go to my parents and say, "Hey, look," and again, we're using me as an example. I don't have
Right.
any issues. Or you go say, "Hey, look, Bob, because you're my coach in high school and stuff,
Right.
whatever. Hey, coach, I noticed that your son has been a little weird lately. Have you noticed anything?"
Yeah.
Are you talking about behind my back? Technically, yeah.
Right.
But is it malicious? No. I
No.
think the intent is what.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if I went there and I said to I went to Mr. B, Joe.
Is that what you call him?
No, I'm just saying Joe's been drinking a lot. Like he's been cussing a lot. He's been doing this and that and the other thing. Like just to tell him.
Sure.
Not because I was worried that you might be drinking too much or something. But I'm just telling him, I was like, yeah, your son's got some issues. Blah blah. Now, if I was doing that, it's a whole different kind of thing.
It's all about your intent. But
Yeah.
what was your intent? What was your reason for bringing it up? Like,
Right.
like I feel like that your conversation you had with Kevin about me, your intent was to kind of de-escalate the situation and make things better, which
Right.
it ultimately almost happened.
Right.
I mean, other than douchebag pushed me in the lake, I feel like that. Literally, I thought we had a breakthrough. I had a
Right.
conversation with you guys, and I opened up and I admitted
Right.
that I was wrong.
Right.
And I admitted that I was, and that conversation never would have happened had you and Kevin not talked about me first, and then me come talk to you guys about it. All you guys did was open the lines of communication.
Right. Right.
I feel like that it's all about intention. But in essence, guys, if somebody finds out or hears about you talking about something about
Right.
you have a group of friends, and something happens like with me, Kevin, and Larry, right? And I hear about they're talking about me, and I get all upset and I go in. Don't throw gasoline on that fire.
Right.
Diffuse it. Let them know and tell them right away. Look, no, we weren't. This is what we were doing.
Right.
Like, don't make excuses. Tell them the truth. Like, I feel like that perception, honesty, and integrity. I mean, it all runs in line. But I mean, like, you can de-escalate a situation if you're just honest and open with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things I always have looked at is like, I don't never say anything behind somebody's back that I would not say to their face. Now, it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, but I'm that kind of person. You know that about me.
No,
anyway.
100%. You're a little more confrontational than I am. No, that's not the right word. Not confrontational. You don't back away from confrontation like I do.
Right.
Like, I don't like it.
Right. But I also don't say, I wouldn't sit there and say really negative things about somebody unless something happened and a situation happened.
That was factual.
That was factual, that I would sit there and I would try to find out from other people, is it just me? Did I just... Because I mean, perception's reality, right? So my reality was my perception, how I perceived that thing. Where as Tom, like say something happened tonight, right? And you left, right?
Right. I got mad.
We're using Joe as an excuse again.
No, it's fine though because it's perfect because you guys live together.
Something said, and you said something weird or not weird, but all like I took it a certain way.
Exactly.
And you left, and then I said to Tom, I was like, "Yo, what do you think Joe meant by that? That kind of pissed me off that Joe said blah 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 blah." It really, and then Tom all of a sudden
I see where you're going with that, but I think that he more meant this.
Exactly, yeah, and then I was like,
he didn't really...
oh, I didn't even think of that.
You're gaining perspective.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think
I agree. We're human. We have one-track minds, right?
Right.
So, and especially if you're in the defensive mode for whatever reason, you could have a bad day at work. I mean, the simplest thing could put you in a certain mode.
Yeah.
Where you're going to hear something differently than anybody else is going to hear. And Tom might have had a great day, and Larry might have had a bad day. And I said something that was not at all malicious, but because you're in that mindset of not saying you're negative, but you had a rough day, so you're kind of a little bit angrier.
Right.
You're going to take it on that side of things, where Tom's being objective and not at all in that sense. He's going to look at it the other way, but it's smart that you're smart that way. You know that. You hear things one way, but you have come to me 1,000 times about things that everybody said, including your son, including close people that you consider friends and family, Kevin and everybody.
Right.
Did you hear that? Well, what did you think about it?
Right.
And but you're smart about it. Like you're not like, hey, what do you think about it? With like this is what I thought. Like you don't try and influence their opinion about it. You say, hey, let me ask you a question. What do you think about this? And I'd be like, oh, well, I thought he was just saying this, this, and this.
Right.
Oh, okay, good. All right, I took it this way. And I'm like, nah, I see where you're coming from, but I don't think it's this.
Right.
But I think that the essence of it all is, if you're talking about somebody behind somebody back to be malicious, stop it. It's not cool, dude.
Right.
You're not going to say this.
It shouldn't be like Joe leaves here and then I turn to Tom and I'm like, wow, did you see that thing growing on Joe's head? What the hell was that? Like
this guy.
Hey, tell me about it now because
no, I'm just saying.
Don't want to obsess about it for a month before you doctor.
No, we're being. You know what I mean? We're just saying something mean. No, I was just kidding. There's nothing growing.
Some worse than you could have said, dude. Could have said anything. Like the hair, how bald it was. I know I'm bald.
But no, it's. No, it's seriously. It's like if you're saying it to be mean or just saying like because you don't like the person. Especially, I think it comes more down to a lot of times when somebody's talking is that because they don't like somebody. So as soon as that other person leaves, right away you're slamming that person. Like, man, did you see that dude? Like, man, like, and that's wrong. I mean,
it's wrong. But there's also times
you need to vent.
There's also times where you have a perception of somebody. I don't like somebody.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Right.
And I had that perception, so therefore I'm going to see things a different way.
Right.
And if I'm running it by you, even though I don't like them, I'm still running it by you to see what you think about the situation. Right. I still don't consider that talking behind something. I think that's just.
No, you're right. You're right.
You're being now. If you're like, oh, that guy's jean shorts look horrible because who wears jean shorts anymore? Then that's different.
I think I know who you're talking about, but no, I see what you're saying. No, and I agree with that because again, we're talking right now about this, and I'm kind of going backtracking now, and I'm going to take that back what I just said because No, because I think
I brought up a great point.
No, you did, because I think it's okay to vent, and it's also like say that person.
Yeah, I think venting's good.
Say that person is rubbing you the wrong way,
Yeah.
but maybe, and I'll sit there and say, I don't see it. I think you're taking it the wrong way. But however,
I know they take it the wrong way, but you always tell them to take it the wrong way.
No, I'm just saying. But however, maybe it'll open my eyes.
Thanks,
you know that I start looking at the situation. I see he is doing things to irritate you.
So you open your eyes to other things that are going on.
Exactly.
Right? So the conversation can be proactive
both ways, right? Because
because sometimes you think something's going on and it really is.
Right. So you could sit there and go into that situation next time and be thinking, all right, I don't want to overreact, or I don't want to say anything. What did you just say? You know, like that, and it'd be like, now I know I didn't take that the wrong. You know what I mean, like that. Whereas I could be sitting there saying, just listening and say, why would he say that? Why would he say that to him?
He really
like
does
that?
say things the wrong way.
Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It does have a tendency, and even though that person might be saying things wrong, he might not mean it that way.
Right.
It's going to open your eyes to it, and then that can open your eyes to have a conversation with them and say, hey, look.
And the way
Maureen's basically saying, well, Joe knows that you say things a certain way. And he brought it to my attention, and I kind of see where he's coming from. You should be more cautious of this. And maybe that is all it takes to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, now I know I can say certain things a certain way to you, but not to him.
Right.
Because maybe they're not as close as other people could be.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We have been boys for a long time.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know that there's situations where it's got to be wrong.
100%.
But I think it all does come down to
talking behind your back is wrong if it's malicious. I think it all is the intent. Comes down to the intent.
And I guess I'll stick by what I said about, like, if you talking behind somebody's back, if it's something that you would say to them that you wouldn't have a problem saying to them, then I don't see anything wrong with it.
No, I agree.
I mean, as long as it's not hateful and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
So it all comes down to your intent. That's what you should say. Just say that.
It just comes down to your intent. But no, I think this was a good point. I think this is kind of like our podcast kind of a thing.
I like this. I like this. I think we should do this more often.
I think so too. And guys, give us some topics to talk about.
Let us know, and let us know if you want us to do this more often.
Yeah, and we'll do.
Because this channel is about what you guys want.
Yeah,
not just what we want to do. Like it is about that too.
It's a lot of our old school stuff.
Yeah, it is about that too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more challenges too. We just got to come up with some ideas. I'm still waiting to see some.
Throw them out there.
Section. Yeah, hit me up.
Subscribe, put your notification on.
Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on here in the comment section. I read all the comments on this channel, not the other one. Tom takes care of the other one.
I do read all the comments on this channel.
Yeah, so hit me up and let me know if you want to see us do a challenge or something. Make it.
And what challenge? Not just you want to see us challenge. I know you want to see us do a challenge.
And the people that keep writing down this eating hot stuff, stop it. I'm not doing no more hot
stuff.
stuff.
I'm not doing a milk crate challenge either. I'm not doing that.
And I do want to mention one thing.
You want to do it? I'll let you do the milk crate challenge. I'm not going to do it.
No, I could really, with my knee, I would really get hurt.
Tom's young. He could probably be okay.
Let's get Kevin to do it. Kevin will do it. Kevin will do anything.
Get some more information.
Oh, they're milk crates like you walk across the milk crates, but they're piled up like that.
Set up like one, and then two,
like
and then three, and then four, and five, and six.
Did you see that one dude fall?
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, his
oh my gosh, yeah, I'm not doing that.
It is very dangerous.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Kevin,
if we put like mattresses all around that, I would land on.
I would do it.
Yeah. But no.
Shoot.
And also
for
anybody, we could just show.
We could like female with like milk cartons and mattresses sent us, and then we had no choice. And hot peppers, and it's gonna be like a whole thing. You gotta eat a hot pepper with each step you do, and then.
I noticed with the mustard egg and the pickled egg that somebody wrote in there. Larry didn't eat the first one. No crap, I didn't eat the first one. I didn't eat the mustard one.
You did the first time.
Because I ate it, right, me and Tom ate it outside.
We had already had the mustard.
You did pull a quick one on me though, I didn't even know.
Yeah, you didn't know it. Which you usually spy that stuff out like that.
I didn't notice it at all. I was look, so the mustard one wasn't horrible. It tasted okay. But it was very like chewy and tough.
Yes.
The consistency of the smoked one was better. The flavor of the mustard one was better. If they could have mixed the two together, I would probably eat it.
I didn't like the tartness with the mustard. It was
just.
I mean, I ate probably half of that egg, 3/4 of that egg with me and you, ate it.
Yeah.
And then I spit some of it out.
I
But
like eggs.
it was like I couldn't eat the whole thing. Now people are saying it's good with a salad or something. You cut it
Oh,
out.
I bet you it would be. I bet you it would be. I
If you
bet
had
you it
other
would be.
stuff in there, yeah.
But what about pickled pig's feet? That's a thing in like bars.
Is it?
Yeah, people they have it in bars. I've seen it. Dukes Hazzard used to have it.
Well,
Would
it's
you
not a
try
thing
it?
here.
I would try it. You would
Oh.
try it, right?
Guys,
Surströmming.
hit
That's
us-
the challenge you guys want to do. Somebody sends us surströmming, and we'll do a challenge on it. Send it to us. From Switzerland, I think it is. That's the worst smelling thing. It's supposed to be the worst smelling thing ever. We'd have to do it outside.
yeah, because I'm throwing up.
Just
Just like that duck egg, that 100-year-old
I
duck
feel like
egg.
this is worse.
Oh no, them crabs got me. Them little tiny crabs, remember?
Nah, I feel like these are worse.
The worse than the crabs?
They say that the smell when you open this can is you can't do it in the house because your entire house will stink.
If I'm not
Well,
mistaken,
why would
there's
you
some
tell
kind
somebody to send us that?
I've been wanting to try it for years.
What is it, like rotten fish?
Yeah. Sardines, like fermented and stuff.
Tom, we'll talk about this after Joe leaves.
You're supposed to put it on like cream
Behind his
cheese and a
back.
cracker or something. People eat it, but you're supposed to, but when you, I would try it.
You know, as soon as you leave, I'm gonna be like, Tom, why
would he say
bring
it in
that
front of
up?
everybody on camera?
What's wrong with him?
Like, why would he tell us about this when the camera's shut off?
Guys, give us some more
I've
topics.
said it 5 times when the camera shut off and he never listens to me.
Give us some more topics to talk on.
Anything.
Anything? Certain things we can't hit on YouTube because
I feel we could.
no, there's certain things that we
certain
can't.
things you just can't.
You can't talk about. You can't talk about. I can't say it.
Don't.
Yeah, but there's certain things we can't talk
Guys
about.
can't
dare
talk
not
about
speak
how
their
many
names.
licks
Well,
it takes to
oh,
get
dare
the
not
center of
speak.
Tootsie Roll Pop.
But-
Because the world may never know, and you can't talk about it.
1, 2.
They used to make me so mad, dude. He bit it. It didn't make any
Yeah.
sense. This commercial made no sense.
Yeah, he only counted like the 2 or 3.
I want to
didn't
know
he?
how many.
How many? Yeah.
We could do that challenge.
I bet you they've done a counter with
I bet we should do a challenge.
with a
we should
sponge
do a
and-
challenge.
what? How many
We
licks?
time-lapse
I'm not
it.
gonna sit there and
We
lick it.
time lapse it.
It's like over 1,000.
Tom, it's
They
never been
have
done.
tested
I've never
this
seen the
before.
video. We start a new trend.
Guys, I
How many licks does it take to get a center of
how
Tootsie Roll Pop?
No, how many times does it take them to end the video?
We're gonna edit that part out.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, hit us up in the comment section if you have any ideas for us that you want to see us do something or play games. or
Anything you
challenges
guys
or
want us to
whatever.
do. This channel is as much yours as ours. Well, that's
Yeah.
not true, but I mean it's 25% yours, 75% ours.
Yeah. So until next,
Have some insight.
yeah, help us out a little. Till next time, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up, and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge.
TV.
You're late.
So you
I was
guys really
late, too.
talk
I was
about
late.
anything back?
I was late.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
No, I
Larry.
do you guys?
Larry.
Do you guys have to do that?
What's that over there?
Every once in a while.
What is that?
What are you trying to do?
Right there. Sit on the floor.
Oh yeah, like over there.
What are you guys doing? Oh. I don't see it.
It's your dad.
What are you guys talking-
It's your dad.
I feel like somebody's talking behind my back.
It's your dad.
I know, but it's just weird.